Welcome to my channel. My name is Nana G, and I'm so happy to see you again if you're returning. And if it's your first time, welcome. I hope you'll come back. I have been working as a registered nurse in women's health and other areas for more than 40 years, and my goal is to share some tips with moms and dads before they come to the hospital to help them with various aspects of breastfeeding, and after they get home with various aspects of childcare and parenting. Today's lesson or review is on breastfeeding and latching your baby. I get a lot of questions about this, and when I go in the morning to see new moms, they'll say the baby is latching well, and I'm not sure everyone always knows what that means, so I want to take it to the very beginning. Often they mean the baby is sucking, and they feel the baby sucking, but they might be sucking on what is considered this evert nipple, and the baby is just sucking, and mom feels the baby sucking, and that feels very like there's a good latch. There are two problems here. This is not where the baby should be sucking. It's called breastfeeding, not nipple feeding. But the baby doesn't know any better. So mom didn't know maybe either. She just knew that she was feeling something. So where the baby should be sucking is here on the areola, the colored part that's around the nipple. This is where the network of ducts that are in your breast full of milk, once that happens, empty into, and this is like the sweet spot. It varies on different women at their breasts, but you'll learn to do it. If you haven't watched Getting the Flow Going, Collecting Colostrum, please go back to that video because it reviews how to get the milk going. That's a very important thing, and it shows you exactly where to get that sweet spot and how to collect colostrum if the baby's not sucking well. The other thing is positioning the baby well and comfortably. That's another video. Please watch that. It talks about the various positions, cradle, cross cradle, and football hole. My favorite, admittedly, but whichever one works for you is right for you. So this one focuses basically on getting the baby's mouth in the right position on your breast. So we want the baby to be back here behind. Now this particular nipple is what we call evert. It sticks out and it's more prone to having soreness because the baby comes in and starts sucking. Where we want to get the baby sucking is back a little further. So on this one, it's a little easier with my mannequin here, a little baby. He comes in and you can tickle his chin or tickle her nose, whichever way it is, to get the baby to open. And when she does, you need to have made the sandwich with your breath. And that sandwich goes into the baby's mouth and the baby sucks. Now, it's very important when you're making this sandwich, squeezing your breath into a flatter thing. It's round now. You want to squeeze it to compress it and make it flatter. That you get your fingers back behind the areola, because if they're too close to the front, you'll be pinching and the baby can only go on the nipple. So the goal is to get your hands back on your chest and create that sandwich. And then the thing to do to see is to make sure your fingers are lined up the same way with the baby's lips. So you're holding your breast, a finger at the top and thumb at the bottom, or depending on which way the baby's coming, you may be going this way, but look at the baby's lips. Make sure that you're putting the sandwich into the baby's mouth in the direction that the baby's lips are going. Oftentimes, mom is squeezing this way and the baby's mouth is that way, and we can see how that might be a hindrance to getting a good latch. They can't help but be on the nipple because the breast is not going in the right direction. So don't try and remember anything except to look at the baby's mouth, see which way it is, and align your breast to flatten in that same direction. And then don't let them stop here. You're bringing the baby's head in to the breast. Sometimes the breast is not that evert. It might be a shorter nipple. Same principle, get back on the breast, close to the chest, and then flatten it out and come so the baby gets on that part. In the event that the baby um, doesn't have a very strong suck and mom has a flat nipple. Now I've seen some moms, see nothing sticking out here, that the baby has a good latch if you flatten it out enough, even though there isn't something sticking out and you get your hand far enough back, the baby still can come and start to suck. And when the baby sucks, it actually starts to bring that nipple out so it becomes more overt in the baby's mouth. But remember, the baby's not nipple feeding, so if it's a little bit flat, it's okay. The pressure on the areola is what's going to bring the milk down, and so your baby may get good nutrition even if you have shorter or flat nipples. But in the event that you don't have enough up for the baby because the baby has a weak suck or is younger or whatever, there are different situations. We have what's called a nipple shield, and the part that is cut out at the top is the part that goes where the baby's nose is, so that the baby's skin will be there. And your lactation consultant would review, or in another video, I'll do exactly how to put it on. But you want to kind of fold it over and get it so it creates this kind of suction over the flat nipple. So you see it's there, and you can get it in there, and then the baby comes and starts to suck. You still want to flatten your nipple out in there, and the baby is sucking, but the baby now has something to suck on, and the milk comes through the little holes that are right at the end, so the baby's getting your milk. I hope you can see the holes. So those are the things that you want to make sure of, that the baby is getting a good latch. A good latch means that the baby's mouth is over most of the areola. Now, some people have very extensive areolas, so the baby couldn't possibly get that in the mouth, but you don't want the baby sucking on the nipple because it's not nipple feeding, it's breastfeeding. Okay? You want to make sure to do this for two very important reasons. One, when the baby is just sucking on the nipple will get very sore and it will be very uncomfortable for mom. And if it's uncomfortable, you're not going to want to do it. So try and prevent that by getting the baby further back on the areola. The second thing is, even though the baby is sucking on the nipple, it's getting a minimal amount of milk compared to what he would get if he was back here on the areola. And this may cause the baby to not gain the weight or to lose weight because it's not getting the milk. So you have plenty of milk, the baby's not getting it, and it might lose weight. So for those two very important reasons, please take a moment when you're getting ready to feed your baby to position the baby well, to stimulate your breasts by bringing a little colostrum right there, and then making a sandwich that's in the same direction as the baby's lips. Then bringing them together, the baby's head with the open mouth to your sandwich for that baby to enjoy that wonderful milk that's coming from your body for that baby. Then you'll have success. If you have any questions or comments or concerns that you'd like for me to address or something wasn't clear, please leave a comment. In fact, leave a comment just letting me know that you watched this long and what you liked or you didn't like and what you'd like to know. I do intend to cover some other topics, some things directly related to parenting and the first week or so because it's so much that's going on. And I wanted to get the basics of breastfeeding done. So if you've watched all 3 videos, thank you so much. And hopefully your journey is easier because you know how to position your baby, you know how to get your milk going, and now you know how to latch effectively. So enjoy this wonderful journey that you're on. And thank you so very much for joining me. I pray that your journey is wonderful. Thank you for your support. Please like the video, subscribe, and share it with anyone who may be on this journey or about to get on it. Thank you so much. Bye. See you in the next one.